Welcome to Rural Tech Review. Subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. Loquo sister vendor transports to the mic. Potential to be not girls do mondo Inovia GA. Fabricate pilla General Electric. It's a modular compassion for necessary little sedagi. A quattro. Centers new hesitantius and a penistrin taminotis. A potentia fantastic a complex sedagi downy daji. In plecon engine and signs impressionishes. To have been up as a maji. Tray centers and a fentatonal adas. So mentioned about you could have. Another junk convoying tell you to poison dark content. Transport dollar concrete adult boy. You can complement with the second. The same mattress. You want a good edge set you mattress. More VCL and Velocidigii. No superior of Vinci kilometers por era. Desicasu songs at du squat recommends. Ray is not French. But I have walked out a platter for him. Illa motor is not Rosira pairing Puhala. To Vija Boston to symbolic cook. Illustro with a clean new diary industrial. And classical Camillin found Goliath. Fabric cardinal Amayana decadagimino office. Century tenta transport. A keeper mantos jumos in electric car carvin. Giveaway fish shadow no conduct English annoying him. Sure I was enough for you consider that. No apologize you can't no look at you over. Jover you coming home I ain't destroying the Celtra. Value and border is vision moon ability. To motorista it depends a quarantine way to toneladas. Time of potential motor. You quite resent to this sequenti says car values. You punch fast are attacking in Turstone aladas. It is too fat on. King for entire moon to so be stalkers. How long would you come in you? There's you a Pasadella area so be a harder at them. A nobelist name who was major vices straight as imagines the transport. Adores Jacques is done. Hell is on doom project to complex super. Transporter on A. Kahagi Durangius Jimmy Soins for the century quad in a single kilometers. My experience in career you know Venezuela. Call a card on your boots and quadrubicus a motor. It transpitalo Pillamar. Provo. Sidam and Adam is happy that you should get on Villa. Issue Cazola to put on a cut the Edge Mountains. Intrin Sheuja must posit ass for a few Madunu, Texas. Would transport to this a triple Jackie Parmanto. And when the star refers mice G fishes. But as for obvious. The view though so volume the appeals. But a transporter tank is some. Other spot performance especially these says issues. Easy cause you only lose the song paid fate JK. To do point your contest here to do the enchant transport. I'm an eater. My spook pull out a G spot that car who's do Japan. Uphold by American man. Maintained to as a former present a seduce history. Especially much part of it you could use. Skin no sound transportados down through dust portals. Mars zero dimensional confess. As you fish you imagine a Rushaki dust 3 entries. Ski is a bear on scar. Who's no Portaduva larger for stock? Nahusia a possessive virgin. The pledge convention pussy here just in gear. Crowd car who is starved orange. Push towards a view on. Sit transfer modeling Vita Datadas block was jello. Wokia Connie Selfit Kiona view simply. Mention none they'll saw chicken cleaner. As far as zonas. Event combinados come free. Transfer modern agua cash or Betherno conveys. Him across the jewel. But I come inside of the sky. I got the scar who's punching out those. Who's about that Doris who's I don't told you. Makes pussy face this G year changes. I take the ranches. Who can know for bomb but I posted your commercial is a song to scars. Quanto adnus mice get Adis scouts out to Spalujulu. At 2 don't make stone just watch. Sergio Caberos Vidras Daginellas. Winterior Fica de Hivio. Next to visuals for the latest now Vice does. It starts when you do spread chicken with transport staff. Million Fay equal touch cool Humvee. Durangas session what is runner. Amaeus G Maeus Sakulu. Was helicopter is the familiar Segas in Quenta. The Sikorsky. Kung brings Miss signs my HG feast age dieter in sports. Jakaga Paris is you to do the statue needles. As those mocking a steam winter's fast wines. Must image upon the Inca auger on a cargo. Which you must see. Manja test safe stone aladas. Willicopter rain sip as a second Jedi stone aladas. Use geometry just your hotel principality. Vincido is mattress. I've lost the dash. That's a magnet stump being pressure 9. I'm mine's not afraid. It's someone who can someone. If you lost that, you must imagine tears them to the quarantine. Simple kilometers. Sport order its young cows who and kill one. When you can't have Jada. You wanna punch out. Who not told us who scaled to lose loyalty stickers. Macedentials atado coarendos move Vince aim a point. She is century. Sendi kilometers back to the Cid ad Ukrainiana. Janico Paul who motorista June. Coming on long with staff of Corazonda punches. So bring him lookout. This momentum and that's his son is Noah Grinto Pierce. Rika una agua jun to come have walkido camion. Put one feliz coincidencia aka Beanie. Payment is Silma Punchy. He put down to a motorist announcy failure. Sabisi kaka pastaji gagata. Point Chirachi dashed on Aladas. Ico motorista noise day disappears. Humai sperfavio aq problemati. As you do this, Gashidas is through tourists juice to parch. A pauses incident. Appoint you for a demo leader. Even offer for a constantly then Soligar. As the Stratas. Semi-spi endorse solda infrastructure to transport it. A history mass of specularity dodges. Do we live with the mundas he joins? Thinks you don't want to stack low in. Transport near your parallel as a sequelus. No Zucamuzanos no. Town too happy to advance with that technology. As you construct song. Possibly to is over. Problem and skinny game of Vietnam advances. Undoes majores exemplis ashina. Orange sound hell is adus projados gene. Crevio complexit ag. Como for example as a stratagem and creamy. Yen zigzag in novella resugimen zoo. Plus Mercedes you shrinking. Now as fast as you did. You put Ella special match pair motoristas. You come young. Now fast as you come through some. Must paradise mataduris that he's young. When he vola song. Please simply mention now Ultraman. Era just shake a large cow. He's a total 3-stripper motorist type. But a total impress. A gentle spot all the dark concagas grind is your mice coke. He's good boy. Sitters for marrying. Akita Mozota Sport G June how to thank you. So the edge could not pull on you. Who pairs of June vehicle come waste a second Vince. Simple tone of other inches to transport you. But if it had done. No scars I do sport precipitous song. The Ultras Accidents Falcon 9 is tying to part 1 guard. Oppose women's song banks to say Jadaji and reggae. Do his music sound to this ascender you to kill a Chicago. Which United Sun special. It's too far you keen to all veins. Who set you the specific mentioned DC vehicle? You premier styles you do no matter bad days may have set you. That this doesn't seem like. It's gonna end well at all HD definitive dimension. Or all you put your vehicle. You also go study AGVIT. Naswa French in transit when coming on com contained it. Include your mention longer block your own. Could use a mental Nazadaji tech. Sanich polish genie Thirak Kamaka hit. A deserts includes a meant to know how much you want to die. Yet don't fast. You can't try to carry with that somewhere pass you out well. Told the video now. It's Peropra very Kamo community dirty. Once it was somewhere. This is you hey calcular Swaharta man. This is on Saba right through the you know what. This guy's got that deal. I'm getting O reverse get the here's this. Witty FCK that those son of a mother is shout transport. You June. Thank you Jahamas and amen to you guys leak of fade to Japetra. You just sand a mattress. Look white who pairs with the setting catching quattro sentence. Equitani set it on a ladder sao hybocardo. Who don't do on platform. A special much project other. You can't follow mechanical message. Ben's Titan combo Torichi C sent us a value you potencing oh no. Oh no. Oh no oh no oh no oh my god isn't back. I swing some triple Katurna spot. You give Vivian symbiotic and scars. The winter says is to live a consequences. Tragics that she calls him. Became the Baku call you June come young. Posado. He calls unconscious Trina man to anyone heard of the movement. Other Yenish visual me at you. Jealous should you trace me knows you. Don't let this give us a powerful. You are competitive sound. No Lagos arc we started to Missouri say you part of your Jajica. Then you should do the Koho bang. My Scafadita should do what you have. The Aggle come young. Kick a Hagavel back you push over them to handle. But stanching enemy Mastu there's a field. A Kravaka bow sent the moon to G-fish you. Bump elements are special. Eski staff on den through the back on the momentum. No Seemashukar Nazadaji G chip ton no start to J you over. More familiar Desajumad Swakaza when you see. The common man sound. Virgin and Paranova Laco Ubala Gefisha G Desis Commodus Sway. Construed immediately descent to the Aton trace. The familiar dosa to appropriate Titus VVA key. Betmunov is sent to the Trent's edge. I am pressed that you dances places. Omo Vera and Giga Casa. Which is all those capacity ecojaquatric center. Stone Alados for 2 kilometers when you keep it. You vintage Persuas as a mutual value. It is called a caramel man's son. And even a platter form of consent to quite enter. Hardest give us party. June a potential marking our out to proper leader. As Vegas owes issues. Use more toys at GZ. Oh presses I don't Juma. But Jeff be finno a constant you buy. You to spend those food on Colorado's black cash. Giasso I think you so whose traveler do this to Verdon kid. This Montana this is Siso this hot to Jing. Giapada. Bria Camino a velocity that you do movement for a second. You trace kilometers Prada. Which forced to cheat turn you cool for a Benz to say. You do not pros met up a casa set. A call a kata and you a passage my data you buy. Should across that accomplishment one novel from the sound. A senior man song comes out to a segunda. Vida guarda com entrabalum. Who cools to Jane Dragage? You want to have been a halakha or couraging style song. Aim ag trend mu. As same mu dollaries. I used to get contested on the boots. Come massing my way to miss a song to turn on splashing. Coldness can be a hustle. I can't pass it out. You just come on splash can make you pretty cool. He feelings mentioning gameplay so knocking down. That's a good and soldier genius. It's got a quiet or yet track kissy updoers as a point and a C. Baddie for he comes to the new issue that deck at the Gemuno. Essential attenta. So blue to bowl into a Capri shows you eel victim. Common solution temporary Jenna Callie or poker Eleanor. A confire of your presenting star view. We known Chin Garage's lotteries on the superstar don't you know. So you know you want to achieve a G-quality dodging institution. Put down to who's more adored daily. Use communities out chilies on pursuit. Condi's cool up as. A does spray besides those of the dodges. A high gram is important. Check key a non-geology resource in you. That is simply a Verum gear padding Gakero Moto rest all. Giassimi Segura fire. Hallelujah. Yester hear my odd. Best Saint Airy. Suggests we Noxidavio du Mandu for Fate upper engineers. Mechanical shines as Parnos and a nuclearing monster sound. Ejan El Pasa Sempta Sequentadinaladas. Etam Geometry. King Zipon to saves mattress who transports you up. Jet to Tom unique Tombang for interessange. A plot of form an aqualano for Lavadua. Contain job res China sent to saves hardest. Is well a good total block your quadru. Fishergi Terrafigu movies deeper if it are coolest. Zones constantize the transider a harder for you. Fix sad dana plataforma. A one would regimize the trace mattress in the scene paracaca. Aganko moon pasasi. Portotus lugaris. Finna society this moontide temporaria. Mancho Gonzale. Amount to die in fresh through to the Hodovaria transports. The streamer mentioned. As a Theodore to point to the Vista Technical Mars moon to arrange. Para Spectadoris for hell is a Dunalamoya Woo Super Mario. Who does a set? You potential class. You do send to the seas massages. Super Mario's Jesus will let you close all. The mice constantly. Does not decorate the immune of the scent to the set tenta. As a semback. A song swisher to pull us somewhere that you introduce Martin. You don't compliment to the casket seconds in quantum mattress. In this locker. Meant to be a. Quite quickly in Turstone a lot of no need for that decade. You do as me days. We go very among the CU. A poison TARDIS backwards that's the city Parachu. Lizardo Kus to Geminute. And somewhere. Have Parada Frata. A Mario to Super Mario's for his so catchy other Mizzou. There's a search for educated to promo Zogi technology. The same shame I integrate join a view tongue grange for you. A Vita de report payer now forgot at a simplest mention. Passivio poison indicates to be Marino for Saka Pass. Which started Jabad on Woutenberg. Simply mentioned. Nothing Hughes profunduso sufficient put onto wood. As a such for transporta to premier report. Agua con pan on either poise. Podum coming a Wikipad aviation to Mark Bout. You could tell Muserway and sink. Shane Levo Maze. Equistasika Chi dois millionaire dollars for precision. Face shadows for the fears. Yagwa DARPA traffic arden Noichi. With transport for a particular manager Fistunas. Who is the straightest on the Kadako hover for calcula? The common princess on the grouse wow. No geopragmatic you should do as me. We honest I endeavor at this soul pillow to my face. No portu espacio chi kobu cannot vera. A poison vo paramonterista. So a special the post juice for this is Judah Canopy. Vitarana Fika Enspos is so new sent through. GCNSE as the California now. Which met top of the V. Asian OS Asia News. There's enough of kilometers very report to all this Juno. An avi for you can have gather. And you will plot a form out to proper leader. I want to lose that G 3 kilometers porta. This moment to me ladies. Jim Erdora Sa Damas. Who is para press stars for managing Al and Daddy? One the boss especial endos. Mi dossier spas on RV endeavor facing of the Ashung Fringe. That's a face. Ella known crews always pass the seat at our minds us. Who is the lost engines? Durankus Swakahata. Jim Mayajamino. Esentos Eventudois. Estuni Judos Majanzi. It's unable to pass the outfit's Vince Sin. What do you think about this? This concludes our news section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.